Hey buddy, it's John, Josh, Willie,
with Upstate Brush Control,
and Micah. We're all here in the shop today, doing some shop stuff. What in the world is this machine doing here? No, it's not ours. It's a buddy of ours. We're helping him. We got a little bit of rain going on today, so we're just catching up on some shop stuff. And he asked me if I could work on this. No, I'm not gonna work on anybody else's machines. Maybe my brother's and this guy's, but we had some time. We're gonna see if we can't get her fixed up. But we broke a tooth on this cutter head last week. Didn't have time to fix it, so Willie's working on that. Then he's gonna sharpen up these teeth. I'm not finding the bolt. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Broke one here and then one in the middle here. But check this thing out for grinding teeth. Get a little video on Willie using it. We usually use this guy here, but where we've been working generator, and that doesn't work with the generator, so everything else is pretty much ready to go. Josh is up here working on saws, getting them cleaned up, sharpened up, ready to go. They work?
It went through. I think it's a yes.
Is this the old one?
Yeah,
So it actually pulled the threads out right there. Got the old threads out of the way and...
Might have to use tape on.
Huh. That ring... Is that ring deformed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so.
Only it's coming out.
Yeah, you get that out of there.
Only so.
So anyways, what we're doing with this bad boy, all this, we'll take those bolts off right there too, Micah.
Okay.
Those bolts on the bottom. So his AC compressor, the bracket that holds it broke. So, and I guess it's broke a couple times. It had these little Mickey Mouse bolts on it, or I think smaller than that, and he put bigger ones in. So I think it's a, what year is this? It's a 13 maybe? I don't know, I think it's a 2013, 12 or 13, something like that. What was ours, a 14, Willie? I think we had a 14. But a lot of people complained about these. They had some issues with them. Kinks they worked out of these before they got to the 120. But little background, so ASV was bought out by Terex at one point, and then they owned Terex owned 51% of the company, close to that, but ASV ended up buying it back. So, and when they did that, they switched motors. This has a Perkins motor, and those have Cummins. So what I hear, the quality of stuff was able to go back up when it switched to ASV. It all comes from the same factory, just different name and different owners kind of thing. All right, Willie, how's it working? Yeah?
Yeah. It's a lot lighter, which I like. You can't rely as much on the weight of the grinder, but like, it's, I feel like it's a lot, like I don't have to like use my knee, you know?
Yeah.
You know, after like, you know, 20 teeth, you know, you're starting to kind of like,
Yeah.
when it's a 10-pound grinder, or 12 pounds or whatever.
What's the battery at?
3.
Okay.
And I'm 5 teeth in.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we'll see. But, I don't know. So far, I like it.
So what he's doing here, we have found in the past to sharpen teeth. So here's kind of an example right here. A couple people have been asking about this, how we do it, but the tooth starts to roll. It'll roll back or down this way as you're cutting, and you end up hitting, you know, this ends up almost being your edge right here instead of down here. I mean, yes, this still hits, but you know how Fecon says to do it. They say to take this area here and go straight down with it. We have found,
You gotta go the other way.
yeah, we have found that if you take everything back as you go, even these right here, and like, oh no, you might get into wearing on this. Who cares? It's not gonna wear. That thing's 3 inches thick. I've had people at Fecon ask me like, oh, you're gonna get into wearing your tool or your holder. I'm like, if this is completely gone, your tooth is completely gone. But your tooth will always hit before this. So see how this one, it's kind of hard to see, but this one's nosing back, and this one is more of a flat profile here. And they don't have to be, I mean, we try to get them pretty close to, you know, razor sharp, but you know, at the same time, yes, we could still cut with these. These would still work for a while, but the job we're going on, we got some hardwood and stuff like that, so we want to have them as sharp as we can. So I'll set you up here and let you watch Willie, and he'll give you kind of an overview of it and the tool and everything as it goes. I'll go with this side so the sparks.
I'll try to show you this. I don't know. Talking to the camera. So I don't know what all you can see here, but what I'll try to do is I'll just get it close, like, because I mean I know kind of where it's gonna be close, and then I'll feel it, and then I'll start right at the edge and get the edge sharp, and then I'll work my way back. Like I can just kind of roll that edge a little bit and then roll it all the way back. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody, but that's what I do in my head. You know, breakfast of champions. So like there, I'm close, and I'll feel that, and I know I need to get a little sharper, and then I'll roll it all the way back. These end teeth are a little different. They'll tend to wear more up at an angle, depending on what side they're on. And like, I don't know, I guess you can probably see me in the video, but like, I'll start going one way, and then I'll typically, like when I'm going that one way, this corner never gets done quite the same because you don't want to, like, you know, sorry, you don't want to fall off. So I don't know if you can tell there's a little bit of difference. That's why I switch sides. But on the end one, it's kind of hard to do because of this right here. But if it's not perfectly straight, you know, it's fine. It's still gonna cut just the same. That's half. sure why the camera keeps shutting off, but I don't know if you can see that right there, that little tip right there. That's what you want to try to avoid. You don't want to discolor it because that takes the harden out of the tooth, I guess. So try to avoid, holding the grinder on too long or something like that. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's really sharp, but it'll dull really fast in that area because I got that too hot.
All right, so we're making our way. I got the fan out of here. So these coolers are really cool. They don't have a stack cooler. This is the same, pretty close to the same system. It might be a little bit thicker on my 120. I could be wrong. I don't know that for sure, but it's designed the same way. So the top half here is your coolant for your machine, and the bottom half here is your coolant for your hydraulic cooler. So there's no stacking coolers like on a Bobcat or Caterpillar. A lot of times you'll have a cooler, your AC cooler, your coolant, and then your hydraulic cooler. You'll have them all stacked, and a lot of debris gets in between that. But this is a great system because it's one big cooler and they're built together. So top, I'd say 1/3 down is your coolant, and the bottom half is your hydraulic reservoir and cooler. So I got one more thing to take off over here, down here. See, here's where your coolant comes in, coolant goes out, and then this is the hydraulic. So I gotta loosen that, and then we should be able to flip it out of there. Josh is making his way on saw number 3. Will you get it finished?
It's all done.
All done. There, you can show him the progress report.
Progress report.
Or 10. Or 7/16.
All sharpened up. I hope that makes sense doing them flatter. Hope that makes sense to you guys. I don't know, but they're all done. Takes about a minute and a half, 2 minutes a tooth, times 30 teeth. It's about an hour. If you let them go, like John said, they still could have cut for a little bit. Like, we probably could have got another day out of them, especially if it was pines. But they'll get even, like that hump that you got to get over will get even higher, and then it'll take even longer. So you're kind of better off sharpening, not more, I guess more often, every other day or so, or whatever, or every day. But yeah, she's sharp. I guess John broke this tooth. I wasn't here last week, but John broke this tooth, I guess. There's a big old burr on that, so I ground that down. Replaced that tooth. Chipped this one pretty good. I don't know if you can see that, but chipped that pretty good. And then I think it was this one also stripped the bolt out. So guess he hit some metal. Just another day in paradise.
All right, so here we have it. Oh my goodness, stupid magnet. All right, so here's our problem here. AC compressor is pretty much, that needs to get out of my way. Huh?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, this hose right here, let's get this off.
Okay.
Should be a little 5/16. Maybe get that so it's
not dripping?
yeah.
All right.
That might be alright like that. I don't know. This goes to this clamp here. But anyways, so my plan is to utilize this bracket right here because it bolts on, this bolts on here. I'll probably end up taking this AC compressor off this bracket. I'm sure I will, to be able to get this thing on there and figured out what exactly how we're going to configure some kind of bracket in that whole thing. So yeah. All right, so the issue is, you can see right here that this is where the bracket for the compressor mounts, and that has broken off. This is actually part of the block right here for the motor. So looks like that is block as well. It's hard to tell. Yeah, that is. So what I'm thinking is, this is a lifting point if you need to get your, pull your machine out of there. So I'm thinking about, I know this is a good strong point here, and this hole has been all stripped out and stuff, and this one will probably do some kind of through bolt, but it needs, yeah, it looks like they tried grinding it flat or something like that at some point. So we'll have to, if we can get that flat right there, then the bolt will seat better into it, but that one back there ain't gonna do anything. So what I'm thinking is some kind of bracket. I'm not sure how yet, but something that goes in between from here to here. Maybe a piece of tubing. I would like to keep it in the inside of this. I don't know. Gotta do some good old redneck ingenuity here. Because I want to be able to get that bolt out there if they ever have to. Because that one will work, this one will work. Just thinking out loud here, people. But I'll figure out something here. All right, so I tapped in a new bolt. It's a 1/2 inch size thread, in that it's only about maybe 1 inch long. There's not a lot of room down there. I was afraid of, I don't know how well you can see that or not, but I was afraid of going too deep and expanding and cracking even more of the head. So, but it's on there. But so, you know, I just set the compressor on there, so like that. I'm just trying to get an idea now of what to make to be able to attach these two. I'm thinking something like this, going along through there, a piece of square tubing or something, and welding the two of them together. So it's too hard to see, but kind of that's where I'm at. All right, so Josh, actually, I kind of came up with a game plan here, and then Josh called him over here. He helped me figure it out. Said always using his brain, something like that.
Oh yeah.
Always thinking, that's what it was. So this was here. I took that off. I found out this is not part of the block, which I'm not crazy about doing this, but it's got to be better than what it was. So all right, so what I was saying is this piece here, this you know, lifting point to get the motor out. But what happens is, as you're backing up, or I guess it's happened in a backing up situation, and you hit something or drop real hard off the trailer or something like that, this thing will just snap off right there. It just come off, hit the radiator, you know, cause all kinds of problems. So, and we're only got 2 bolts now, so that's kind of an issue there. There's nothing on that. All right, GoPro battery died, but we got it mounted and properly mounted and secured. Ended up making a bracket that goes on right here. You can't see it, but
Yeah.
she's mounted where she's supposed to be, I think. And we're just starting to put her back together here.